Good morning on this Sunday. You are looking right now at Midtown Atlanta, where it is a nice summer morning out there. Thanks for checking in with us. I'm Megan Packer here at Atlanta News First, and we'll check in with First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi in just a moment because changes are in our forecast for sure. But we just wanted to say hello and good morning. Hope your day's off to a great start and let you know some of the stories that we are working on. Our top story this morning was a Atlanta police officer who was shot overnight. He was working an off-duty job at a lounge downtown, and police tell us a group of officers responded to a shootout, and one of those officers ended up getting shot in the arm. This happened around 1:40 this morning on Cortlandt Street, again in downtown Atlanta. That officer was taken to Grady Hospital, which is really just around the corner from this location, so he was able to get treated very quickly. He is expected to be okay. Again, this was a gunshot to the arm of an off-duty APD officer working a second job at a lounge. Now, police were out there questioning potential witnesses. We have not heard of any arrests as far as who fired these shots. No officers fired their guns during all of this, so we will stay in touch with APD for the very latest on that. Looking ahead to tomorrow, this is another story that we've been following for a while. There will be a hearing for the federal lawsuit filed against Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary. Two former employees accused this Henry County facility of abusing and neglecting 30 endangered animals. The sanctuary denies the allegations. Protesters were out there yesterday demanding that the animals inside be removed and put in other homes. So again, a hearing happening tomorrow is the next step in the process as pushback unfolds there outside of the Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary. Clayton County Police invited people to come out to their headquarters yesterday and get some cash for their guns. This was a gun buyback program. They had some success with one they did a few weeks back, so they held another one yesterday. And the goal here, as always, is to get guns off the street, prevent them from ending up in the wrong hands. And they bought more than 50 guns yesterday. And in DeKalb County, a man was hit and killed by a train. This happened last night near East Ponce de Leon Avenue and Kelton Drive in the Tucker area. Officers say they found the man dead next to the tracks, so they are investigating that. Keep it with us here at Atlanta News First on our streaming platforms and our website. As we learn more about that, as police release more, we'll be sure to update you. And it is National HIV Testing Day, and there are a few different events dedicated to this day happening. One of them is a testing event. It's the Atlanta Testing Coalition and the Fulton County Board of Health are teaming up for an event that happens later this afternoon. It's a rapid HIV testing event. So it's at Best Friends Restaurant and Lounge. That's on Godby Road near Old National Highway. There will be resources out there, music and entertainment, and that is from 2 until 6. So that is happening later today. On this HIV testing day. So let's show you another picture outside right now. It is a summer scorcher, I will say, maybe later in the day as we get closer to the feels like temperatures of some very hot temperatures. But wait until you hear what we are in for later this week. First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi is here now. And yeah, we've been waiting for summer, Courtney, and here it is, right?
Right, exactly. Considering we kicked off summer in the 70s, it was only about time, everybody, before we looked ahead to actual summer here in Georgia. If you are new to the state, get ready because it gets real hot here for the next several months, and it'll stay that way usually through October, and then we'll get that like first wonderful cold front of fall. That is far, far away, everybody. In the meantime, we're finally seeing a lot of sunshine out there. We did start the day with some extra cloud cover, but now that it is sunny skies, the temperatures are going to start to jump very quickly. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Hopefully you enjoyed your Saturday. Today we also not only have the heat, but we do have to deal with some thunderstorm activity. Models are yet again struggling a little bit with this system that's going to move through. It's very small scale, so models do typically struggle with it, but I'll explain a little more as I take you through it. Either way, we do have that first alert because we have the chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms later this afternoon, some of which could be severe because we're simply going to have a lot of fuel in place for those storms to take advantage of. So I want to quickly take you out to radar and show you what's going on out there. So it looks like we have a little wave moving through, it looks like just north of Tennessee. And then out to our west, all the pink and orange that you're seeing there, that's excessive heat warnings and heat advisories. Essentially, Texas is going to have temperatures, not feels like temperatures, but surface temperatures of 108 to 113 degrees today. So that's why that excessive heat warning is in place. That's the pink color there. And they're under this area of high pressure, this ridge of high pressure, and that is going to slide our way through the week and give us the very high heat. Not 108 to 113, but we're going to be hotter than we've been all year long by the end of the week. So here's a look at the severe outlook for today. Notice it does include Atlanta, and some of our far northwestern counties are in that level 2 threat. So we are looking for an isolated chance for strong to severe storms today. What we're going to be looking for are damaging winds upwards of about 60 miles per hour. And then we also could experience some small hail upwards of an inch in diameter for the day today. So this will mainly be for the afternoon and evening, again, as we start to heat up. So as you're, making your way out today, maybe you're headed to church, you're going to grab lunch with some family and friends this afternoon, you look good for the first half of the day. Notice by 11 a.m., temperatures will be in the upper 80s. We'll top out in the low 90s today, so going to be very, very hot. Now, this is the difference. If you were watching us this morning, you noticed that 2:30, this is when we were watching this little wave come through, bringing showers and thunderstorms. Well, now that's north in Tennessee and kind of broken, more so impacting the Carolinas than here. Maybe a few clusters of storms around the dinner hour in far northwest Georgia, and then impacting mainly places west of Atlanta late in the evening, closer to sunset around 8:30. Now, at this point, we will still have fuel for storms, so very well could still have an isolated strong to severe storm, even if the time frame is later, but definitely not seeing quite as widespread of a coverage through the afternoon today as we were expecting earlier today and also last night. This is another change. So now, out ahead of our cold front, it looks like we could have a more widespread rain chance through the overnight hours. Still not seeing any really chance for severe storms tomorrow through the overnight hours, or through the overnight hours tonight, I should say. But you could be woken up by a few rumbles of thunder through the overnight hours. The afternoon still primarily looks dry and cooler with temperatures near 90 rather than in the low 90s. Now let's talk about the rest of the week. So our focus will shift from the storms today and through the overnight to heat. So that ridge of high pressure that's bringing the excessive heat out to our west will continue to build across much of the Gulf states and the southeast, and just continue to keep us warm and warming up through the week. So under an area of high pressure, you get sinking air. When air sinks, it warms. So temperatures will gradually build day by day through the week until we end up in the mid 90s by the end of the week as that ridge continues to dominate the forecast. So here's a look at temperatures the next 6 days. Upper 80s tomorrow, because we'll have that front move through the area, and that'll temporarily cool us down. It'll more so kind of knock our humidity down a couple of points than cool us down, because notice that ridge builds in quickly behind it, and we'll be in the 90s Tuesday, Wednesday, mid to upper 90s by the end of the week. And your 7-day forecast will show a couple of storms possible. I wanted to say showers, but then went with storms, because this time of year it is storms. You have the fuel for storms. But it's just going to be an isolated chance. So today, the first alert for rain and storms, mostly going to be the second half of the day. We'll be watching for this. Models will more than likely go back and forth throughout the day, so you'll want to just have that first alert weather app handy. But again, I think we're going to mainly look between about 3 and 8 o'clock for that opportunity for maybe a strong to severe storm. And then we'll go into the 80s tomorrow, upper 80s, with a few storms, especially through the overnight hours, maybe a few isolated storms for the afternoon. And then we're dry Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures bump into the mid-90s by Thursday. Maybe an isolated storm Friday and Saturday. Saturday, by the way, is Look Up Atlanta. If you've been following with us the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about that. It's a great event, but it is going to be hot if you're planning on celebrating any kind of 4th of July festivities over the weekend. It looks to be a really hot one, again, with maybe an isolated storm. Now, the temperatures at the end of the week will be dependent on when that rain and where that rain sets up. So some of us might only end up near 90 on Friday and Saturday if those storms come through before the heat of the day and cool you down. But right now, at least Atlanta looks like we'll hit the mid to upper 90s by the end of the week. So needless to say, our cooler stretch of weather we had the past couple of weeks is coming to an end this week. And we also will dry out more than we were the past couple of weeks as well. But big story is, of course, the heat today and that first alert for showers and storms. First alert weather app would be a great tool to have, just because if you are out and about enjoying your weekend today, you'll want to have an alert if there's thunderstorms in your area, and it will send that to your phone. And we'll keep you posted on the forecast throughout the day, and we'll look ahead to a nice and hot week. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks so much for spending some time with us, and we'll catch you here next time.